Experiment 4.2, a simulation of using multiple pulleys. What you need for this experiment is you need 2 broomsticks, okay? Also, you need to create a spot where you can tie your rope and not have it move. Now the rope I'm going to use has this nice handy dandy hook on the end of it. And so if we hook it on here, notice that it can move pretty freely. So what I did is I created a spot in here where it's not going to move much because of the handle, and then I just took some masking tape and I just kept rolling it around, and I created a nice thick area here. So it's not going to move here, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to give the stick to one of your partners, and then you're going to take the rope, okay, and you're going to wrap it around and go ahead and go down the middle of their arms. Okay. And then now we've got here, that particular broom handle is acting as a pulley. Okay, and so if you pull on this, you should be able to keep them from staying apart. You want to move them closer together. So you want to create about 3 feet gap there, and then have them pull as hard as they can, and then you should be able to pull them together. Okay. Now, if you're about the same strength as your partners, okay, you should see that. Okay, it's pretty hard to pull them. Okay, but eventually you should be able to do it. Now that's just a mechanical advantage of 1 because you just got 1 pulley there. But now let's create a higher mechanical advantage here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this around. Go ahead and put it. Okay, and then move your hand to the outside there. Okay. And then I'm going to do it one more time here. All right, now they're starting out about 3 feet apart here. Notice how many pulleys we have. We have 1 pulley up there. We have 1 pulley here, and we have 1 pulley there. Okay, so that's a mechanical advantage of 3. You should notice that it's easier to pull them together. So have them pull, and then as you start to, you should be able to get them pretty close together. Now let me point something out here. Okay, remember, even though it's a mechanical advantage of 3, you always have to pay for that advantage somehow. And we're going to pay. Let's, for example, say that we want to move them 6 inches closer. Well, if I need to move them 6 inches closer, okay, this particular string needs to move 6 inches. This particular string needs to move 6, and this one needs to move 6. So 6 plus 6 inches plus 6, that's 1.5 feet. That's 3 times longer in distance. So I have to move this string 1.5 feet just to bring them in closer 6 inches. And so that's what we have to pay for with the mechanical advantage. Yes, it's easier, 3 times less force, but the distance is going to be 3 times longer.